Hi, greetings to you all. I am Dr. A. Venkat Narayana, Associate Professor, Department of Biotechnology, Vignan Foundation for Science, Technology and Research. Today, I would like to discuss about searching for reaction mechanism for non-elementary reactions. Earlier, I already discussed that in non-elementary reaction, rate based on stoichiometry do not match with the rate based on the experiments. This non-match shows that there is a formation of intermediates between initial reactants and final products. So, in this searching for reaction mechanism, we are going to verify or assume the formation of intermediates, and again we validate the intermediates formed in the non-elementary reaction. Contents of the today's topic are kinetics of homogeneous reactions, significance of rate constant, representation of non-elementary reaction, types of intermediates, postulated reaction schemes for intermediates, kinetic models for non-elementary reactions, problems, followed by summary. Objective: to determine the reaction mechanism for non-elementary reaction, outcomes, understand significance of rate constant, represent non-elementary reactions, classify intermediates, analyze reaction schemes for intermediates, and test the reaction mechanism for non-elementary reactions. First one, kinetics of homogeneous reaction. In homogeneous reaction, that means all the reactants and products are in same phase. Here consider reaction: A moles of A reacts with B moles of B and produces C moles of C and D moles of D. So, during the reaction, the reactant disappears and the products produces. So, here we have the minus RA, that is rate of disappearance of A, that is during the reaction reactant consumes and products produces. Rate of disappearance of A can be written as 1 by volume of the reaction mixture into dNA by dt, that is moles of A disappears per unit time. So, minus RA is equal to 1 by V into dNA by dt. The SI units of rate of reaction is moles per meter cube per second. Here rate of reaction is intensive measure. Rate of reaction do not depend upon the mass of the reactants. Why? Because rate of reaction always takes place as per the number of moles. The stoichiometric equation in chemical reaction always goes as per the moles. So, here rate of reaction do not depend upon the mass of the reactants. Next one, minus RA can also be expressed in function of temperature and concentration dependent term. Earlier I said that in homogeneous reactions, rate of reaction affected by temperature, pressure and composition. Among these three, two major variables, that is temperature and concentration of the reactants, which affects the rate of reaction. So, minus RA is equal to K. K is the temperature dependent term in rate equation, and concentration dependent terms are nothing but the concentration of the reactants. Here Ca to the power of A and C, this is supposed to be Cb to the power of B. Here maybe because of the, that means this reaction is independent of B, Cb is not considered here. So, this is supposed to be Cb to the power of B. So, and K, rate constant K always follows the Arrhenius equation. K is equal to K naught into e to the power of minus E by RT. So, here the small a is the order with respect to the A, and suppose if I write, if the reaction is dependent on B, here suppose to write Cb to the power of B. Here B is the order B is the power B, that is nothing but order of with respect to the B. So, here that means these two are concentration dependent terms on the rate equation. So, in any reaction, the rate of reaction of the reactants or rate of the formation of the products always depends on the temperature. The temperature we represent with rate constant, and concentration of reactants we represent with the Ca and Cb. So, here during the reaction, the reactants disappears and products produces. When reactants disappears, that means here the rate is negative. Here when you observe this one, minus RA, since the reactants are consuming and also B is consuming, minus RB, and the product C and D are producing, rate is positive, RC is positive and RD is positive. The small a is the stoichiometric quotient A in the chemical reaction, and small b is the stoichiometric quotient B in the chemical reaction, and small c is the stoichiometric quotient C for the product, and small d is the stoichiometric quotient for D in the reaction. So, here this final equation shows that rates of disappearance of the reactants on rates of formation of products relates to its stoichiometric quotients. Based on this one, if you know sum of these quantities, you can find out the other one. Significance of rate constant. The temperature dependent term in the rate equation we always represent with rate constant. So, here consider a nth order reaction A to B. So, rate constant is the temperature dependent term in the rate equation. So, rate constant always follows the Arrhenius equation, K is equal to K naught into e to the power of minus E by RT. Here K naught is the frequency factor, it depends on the number of collisions between the reactant molecules, number of collisions between the reactant molecules, and E is the activation energy, that is the minimum amount of energy required for the reactant molecules to produce the fruitful collisions, and R is the universal gas constant, and T is the reaction temperature. So, rate constant always follows the Arrhenius equation. Last one, the units of rate constant is time inverse and concentration to the power of minus n. So, for nth order reaction you can write this minus RA is equal to minus RA is equal to K into Ca to the power of n. Minus RA is nothing but the concentration change of A with respect to the time. Minus RA can be written as minus dCA by dt is equal to K into Ca to the power of n. So, here bring Ca to the power of n to the left hand side, minus dCA by Ca to the power of n, this is equal to K into dt. So, here we have this Ca and we have this Ca to the power of n, here can be written as Ca to the power of 1 minus n, that is concentration to the power of 1 minus 1 is equal to K into dt time. So, based on this one you can write K is equal to, here bring this time towards the left hand side, that becomes time inverse minus Ca to the power of 1 minus n. So, the units of rate constant is time inverse concentration to the power of 1 minus n. So, representation of non-element reaction. In non-element reaction, the experimental rate equation always not matches with the rate equation based on the stoichiometry. Here, consider the stoichiometric reaction. N2 nitrogen reacts with 3 moles of hydrogen and producing 2 moles of ammonia. This is the experimental rate, that is based on carrying out certain experiments in laboratory. This is the rate of formation of ammonia. This is the rate of formation of ammonia. This is the experimental rate based on the experiments. And to write the rate based on the stoichiometry, break down this reaction into 2 steps. Here we have the forward reaction and backward reaction. Break down that reaction into 2 steps. First write the forward reaction, N2 plus 3H2 gives 2NH3. This is the forward reaction. This takes place, assume that rate constant is K1. The backward reaction is 2NH3 again back converting to the N2 and H2. Write this as 2NH3 giving N2 plus 3H2. So, assume that this reaction takes place in the presence of K2. So, based on this one, here we have the experimental rate for the formation of ammonia. So, based on these two equations, this is the rate of formation of ammonia based on the experiments, K1 into concentration of N2, concentration of H2 to the power of 3 by 2, concentration of ammonia square minus K2 into concentration of ammonia, concentration of H2 to the power of 3 by 2. So, here to determine the rate of reaction based on the stoichiometry, break down this reaction into two steps. First one is the forward step, the other one is the backward step. Forward step is the N2 plus 3H2 gives 2NH3. This is the forward reaction. This takes place in the presence of rate constant K1, and backward reaction is 2NH3 gives rise to N2 plus 3H2 in the presence of K2. So, for this one, write the rate of formation of ammonia based on the stoichiometry. So, write net rate based on these two equations, write the net rate of formation of ammonia. In the first step, ammonia is there on product side, so rate is positive. So, this is product of two terms, temperature dependent term K1 into concentration of the reactant molecules, that is concentration of N2 the power 1, its stoichiometric coefficient is 1 in the forward reaction, and concentration of H2 to the power of 3, that is the stoichiometric coefficient for H2 in the forward reaction. So, in the second equation, ammonia is there on reactant side. So, rate is negative. So, automatically for reactants rate is negative, here again minus comes, minus, that means the rate constant K2 into, that means here reactant here is second equation ammonia, the stoichiometric coefficient is 2, ammonia square. So, this is the equation based on the stoichiometry. When you observe these two equations, there is no similarity. When you observe this the equation based on the stoichiometry and based on the experiment, both are not similar. So, this equation comes under the non-elementary reaction. In non-elementary reaction, in between initial reactants and final products, always we can have the formation of intermediates. Those intermediates we need to assume, and again we need to test it. So, this non-match shows that we must try to develop the multi-step reaction model or mechanism to explain non-elementary reaction kinetics. So, types of intermediates. The intermediates formed in the non-elementary reaction as suggested by the chemistry people, these are mainly classified into 4 types. First one, free radicals. Second one, ions and polar substances. Third one, molecules. The fourth one, transition complexes. First one, free radicals. The free atoms are larger fragments of stable molecules that contain one or more unpaired electrons are known as free radicals. These act as intermediates in the reactions. So, here the free radical always designed with dot in the chemical symbol. Examples are CH3 dot, C2H5 dot, I dot, H5 dot, H dot and CCl3 dot. And second one, ions and polar substances. That means the electrically charged atoms, molecules or fragments of molecules that consist of positive charge or negative charge considered as intermediates in the reaction. Examples are Na plus, Na plus, OH minus and so on. The third one, molecules. Molecules are nothing but these are intermediate molecule, these are highly reactive in the reaction. When you consider the series reaction, initially from A we have the formation of R. Immediately by disappearance of R we are getting S. Here R is highly reactive. R is highly reactive. Its mean time will be very small in the reaction mixture. It immediately produces in fraction of seconds and immediately disappears in fraction of seconds. The fourth one, transition complexes. That means here during the reaction we can have the numerous collisions between the reactant molecules, results in wide distribution of energies among the individual molecules, results in strained bonds, unstable forms of molecules, unstable association of molecules, further results in decomposed to give products and by further collisions return back to the normal state. So, these unstable forms of molecules are known as transition complexes. The best example is enzyme substrate complexes. In enzyme substrate complexes, when substrate binds to the enzyme, we can have the formation of ES complex. By disappearance of the ES complex, we can get the E and P. So, when you observe this one, from ES, sometimes we are getting the product P and sometimes ES is returned back to the E and S. So, the ES can be considered as unstable form of the molecule or unstable association of the molecules, sometimes decompose to give products and sometimes by further collisions return back to the reactants. Next one, reaction schemes for intermediates. The postulated reaction schemes for intermediates, they mainly classified into two types. First one, non-chain reactions. In non-chain reaction takes place in two steps. First, from reactant we can have the formation of intermediates. In the second step, by disappearing the intermediate we can get the product. And also this formation of intermediate may follow the chain reaction mechanism. The chain reaction mechanism takes place in three steps. In the first step, from reactant we can have the formation of intermediate. This is known as the initiation step. Again this intermediate react with the other reactant and produces some more intermediate and the product. This is propagation step. Finally, the intermediate disappears and produces the product. This is the termination step. So, non-chain reaction mechanism takes place in two steps and chain reaction mechanism takes place in three steps, that is the initiation step, propagation step and termination step. So, the formation of the intermediates in non-elementary reaction takes place as per the non-chain reaction mechanism or chain reaction mechanism. So, the kinetic models for representation of non-elementary reaction, suppose whenever you can have the reaction in which the rate equation based on the stoichiometry not matching with the rate equation based on the experiments. So, here he developed one reaction mechanism, this is following the chain reaction mechanism. In the first step, from reactant A we are getting the A2 star and A2 star combining with B2 and producing some more intermediate and product, and finally by the intermediate again combining with other intermediate producing the product. So, the symbol asterisk refers to the intermediate. These intermediates are highly reactive, its mean time will be very small in the reaction mixture and concentration is also very small in the reaction mixture. That means, here this produces in fraction of seconds and disappears in fraction of seconds, and these are highly unstable molecules. So, to test our scheme, whatever the reaction mechanism proposed, we need to test this reaction mechanism by writing the individual rate equations and combining all the rate equations after doing certain mathematical manipulation. Whatever the rate equation we got based on the postulated reaction mechanism, if we compare with the experimental rate, if both are same, our assumed reaction mechanism is correct. If both are not same, again we need to assume some other reaction mechanism and again we need to test it. And one more important point you need to remember here is, after writing the reaction mechanism, that means this is the reaction mechanism for non-element reaction, this is the assumed one. After writing the reaction mechanism, each individual step in the reaction mechanism follows the elementary reaction, in which the rate equation based on the stoichiometry is equal to the rate equation based on the experiments. Summary: kinetics of homogeneous reaction. Homogeneous reactions, rate of formation of the products or rate of disappearance of the reactants, always products of two terms, one is the temperature dependent term, the other one is the concentration of the reactants. Second one, significance of the rate constant, this is the temperature dependent term in rate equation, always follows the Arrhenius equation. Representation of non-element reaction. In non-element reaction, the rate based on the stoichiometry not matches with the experimental rate. So, we need to assume the reaction mechanism as per the chain reaction or non-chain reaction. The types of intermediates formed in non-element reactions are classified into four types: the free radicals, ions and polar substances, molecules and transition complexes. The postulated reaction schemes for intermediates are classified into two types: chain reactions and non-chain reactions. Chain reaction takes place in chain reaction takes place in three steps and non-chain reaction takes place in two steps. And kinetic models for representation of non-element reaction. So, for non-element reaction, after assuming the reaction mechanism, we need to write the rate for individual steps. After combining all the rates, if you do this certain mathematical manipulation, whatever the rate you got based on the that means assumed rate equation, if it matches with the experimental rate, our assumed reaction mechanism is correct. Otherwise, we need to assume some other mechanism and needs to be tested. Thank you.